I'm Graham. Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got an interesting project, I think. I was watching Pete Brown from Track Fans TV the other day, and he was talking about how for the next few years the hobby will be mainly dominated by people who grew up on Scalextrics in their childhood and now coming back to it as they get older. And I'd been thinking for some time about the big box full of old Scalextric track I had in the cupboard in the shed here. And it dates back to the mid-60s when I got into Scalextrics as a high school student. And it's been laying around ever since. So it's 60-year-old. It's it's getting on. It's older than most people watching this video. I thought I put on my list of projects for this year was to build a track out of the old track and see if I could get it up and running. And so this video is about how I go about that and whether it'll work. So we'll have to wait and see what the outcome of that is. Anyway, while we're at it, I do want to thank Gino from GYRX Speedway for sending me his updated sticker. It's on the wall. Gino's a great guy. He's got a great channel. He runs HO and 132 scale, so well worth a look at. And subscribe and like and all that sort of thing. But it's all great stuff. What we have here is a plastic tub full of old Scalextric track dating from the 60s and 70s. This is the stuff I had when I was a kid. Bits I added to over the years, but all second hand and all same vintage. So what we're going to try and do is clean it up and see if we can get something working out of it. So wish me luck. What I'm thinking of doing is soaking it in a bucket full of cleaning detergent, Vanish or something like that, and we'll see if it lifts any of the dirt and grime off. So what we're going to do is stick these bits of track in the soapy water and let them soak and see how much dirt we get off them. See if we can then, what we can use to make a circuit. Now this is not going to be anything fancy. It's going to be back to my childhood, to the days of running Scalextric track on a piece of 8x4 board or something under my parents' house, and that's what we're aiming for here. We're aiming for an original 60s style Scalextric track, nothing out of the box. So here's the track that's been washed and cleaned up. I've got a lot of dirt out of it. It still looks old and worn, but hey, I'm not going to have to spend time and money on paint making it look road used, am I? It's all going to look like it from the start. But we've got to remember this stuff has been around since the mid-60s and not kept in the best of conditions. It's laying around under my parents' house for a long time. I got it back in the 80s and decided to set up a small track in my shed on an 8x4 sheet, and that's probably what we're aiming for here today. It's an 8x4 sheet. So we'll go back to what slot car racing used to be. Got a couple of old bits of ply from the construction site laying around here, and they're about 1180 or 3'10", thereabouts, just under 4 foot. And our length goes to about 9'4" in feet, and 2,850 in mils. So it's a fair area, a bit more than a 8x4 sheet, which was sort of what I was aiming at, but got carried away as usual and added a bit in the middle. It's just big enough to fold up against the wall here, so was the reason for the size, that it's just the exact length of this wall. We've got all this track that we've washed, cleaned up, so we had to get it out and sort out what we want to use. Quite a bit here. That one's got a bit of a bend in him, but I'll see, you might be able to straighten him out. That one's broken. That one's got a fair bit of rust, so we'll put him aside for the moment. I'll try one of these. That one's got a fair bit of rust. Yeah, I'll try this old one. Now, straights. These are all cleaned up pretty well. The amount of dirt that came out of them was unbelievable. And so now we've got a whole heap of them. Right. Yeah, from here on down, I think they're just about ones to be considered. But how much straight do I need? What I did when I washed them is gave them a rub over with a green scouring pad, and they got some of the dirt out and some of the rust off them. Now, the other thing I've got is a truckload of corners. Now, and a couple of short straights. That one's pretty bad. I don't think we'll put him aside for the moment. Corners, that one's not much good. That's good, that's good. Put him aside for now. I think we've got nearly enough. That was all right. That'll be okay. That one's probably reasonable. That was okay. That's fine. That's probably a bit too much rust, but we'll see. See how desperate we get. I haven't got many of those, so I might keep that one. All of this lot I've done a job on. What I've decided was, as we know, this old stuff, the guide channel's not deep enough to run the later model guides, and I've only got 2 old cars. The rest disappeared. So what I decided to do was to lower the bottom of the channel down. So I came up with using a Dremel router with a burr. Set it at about 7mm, and that'll cut a groove down the middle of the track. I've got a cutting blade which I use to clean up the track and take out any humps and bumps. So, and it seems to work. This lot's been done. It's hopefully usable. That lot, we need to do whatever it is we need to get a track set up and working. The other thing we've got to use, of course, to get power supply, because I haven't got an old power supply, so I'm using a later model power supply, sports power supply, with 2 adapters to run classic track. So we'll probably place that, I don't know, let's place it here. That sounds good to me. And then when I put an edge along, I'll leave a gap for that to go through, so that'll be fine. Now, what we're going to do is show you how I'm going to run this Dremel router here with this burr cutter in it through this track, and show you what the results are we get out of it. So by placing the ruler across like that, I can work out my depth gauge. Just above the second line up there, that one there, is about the depth I want. I've got straight and a couple of corners here, so we'll just run them through and see what comes off. And be very careful, those rails get very, very hot while you're doing this. So be careful not to burn yourself, as I just did. Well, today I think I found the problems and fixed some of them with the track. I still need a little bit of working over, and I've got some corners in that I haven't out yet, and they're going to cause me a little deslotting every now and then, but we'll give it a run, see how we go. Whoa, our first deslot. I've had to include a couple of elevations in the track so that we can get round with the layout that we've got, and as usual they're done with a few scrap bits of wood stuck underneath the track to lift it. Nothing fancy, but it's I'm loving it. It's working really good, except for that corner. That's better. It's the driver, not the track so much, I think. Now all I've got to do is work out how to secure all this to the board so that I can tip it up on the side and store it away. I think I've got an idea, so we'll try that later. And Right. Oh, I've had trouble with this corner all the time, and I've replaced bits and moved bits around, but it still seems to want to jump off. I think there's probably a rough edge there in one of the joins that just kicks it up a bit. Yeah, you slow him down, they lose power there, but let's try running a couple of some other sorts of cars. I tried this one the other day, which is my latest pro car build. I'll try him on that track and see how he goes. He's not going to get power up there. I'm going to have to do something with that track. Let's try him on the inner track. He's running a 30,000 RPM motor, this one, so he's really got a bit of hop when he gets going, but this track probably not going to see him at his best, but I had trouble with this joint here and couldn't get power through it. I had a little bit of copper tape over the joint trying to get power. I've taken the copper tape off and the cars love it. Whoa, he doesn't love that corner, but anyway. We've got a power problem down towards that corner a bit, but we can work on that. The angles are a bit funny too, which mightn't help. But, so it's interesting, the copper tape, I've had problems with every bit of track that I've got copper tape on. It's not giving me the conductivity that I need, so that's interesting. Delay. Right, now what we might run, just see how it goes, is this old Porsche 956 that I bought in early 80s, I think. I bought from Hobby Co in Sydney. Oh, I used to hang the tail out. And it's still running the original old motor from the 80s. We have a track, we have it running, and it's a lot of fun to muck around with. So, And the important thing with the whole thing was that it hasn't cost me 1 cent. I haven't spent a cent on this track. Everything is just stuff that was laying around here. So it's, yeah, no, it's been great. It's been great fun to do. Oh, well, I've got the track secured down now, I think. A couple of pieces of board screwed across it. Just one screw in each board. I think that'll hold it. And so now we'll have a go and see if it'll fold up against the wall. Right, well, it's all folded up against the wall now and put away. But I must admit, it was really great fun, the whole project, to get all that old track out of the box and clean it up and assemble it and see if we could get it running. I really didn't expect a lot out of it, and it's surpassed my expectations well and truly. It runs quite reasonably. The track is rough, but that's because it was poorly stored over the years, so it's got humps and bumps in it. But hey, that's part of the fun of racing around them. As long as I can fix the power problems, which, you know, a little bit of wire here and there will do that, and from there on it'll be a fun track, I think, just to play with. It's not going to replace the one above me here. It's that's my main track, but I've still got scenery and things to do on that. But we'll keep both of them running and see how we go. If you like this sort of content, please like and subscribe, and do leave a comment, because I enjoy all your comments and I do reply to all of them. So thank you for watching, and we'll catch you again soon.